Right.
Is she back home?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
What's up, people?
Holy
What's
shit.
up?
It's a Nesker.
Hello.
Welcome back, Nexker.
Yeah, boy.
How you doing, brother?
It goes.
Yeah.
His rectum be sore.
Well,
No, I was
hey,
gonna say, man, I protected your asshole so much.
we have talked about that asshole a lot.
Yeah.
We sure have. We also did some other things.
Oh, okay. Yep, man. That just.
We
Great.
prettied you up.
Playing
Welcome
cornhole.
back.
We
Oh, that's
prettied
right.
you up.
You did put makeup on him. That's right.
Yes, we did. We prettied them up.
Alright. Alright, gotta do something real quick.
I really am starting to like my amulet.
Oh, yeah?
Our first combat encounter, he can throw like a fucking dragon at us now.
I love my lyre. My beautiful instrument.
Did you actually
My
read
sweet
my
boy.
amulet?
I do think yours
Right
is
reads everything.
arguably the
Right
coolest
reads
new
everything.
ability, maybe. Although I don't know, Poppa did a wonderful job. Well, everybody's new abilities are real cool.
I think all of them are pretty well balanced. That would
Hello,
be
everyone.
my opinion.
Hello, Tree.
Hey, Tree.
Oh.
Hello, Mrs. Tree.
She's coming. She's gonna. I think she's coming. She's kind of addicted to Animal Crossing.
I mean, you say that,
Animal Crossing
Zelfir,
can come with her.
but you haven't seen Pwit's artifact, man. That thing is busted.
Whoa. Why are you talking about somebody's piece like that?
You want to touch my artifact?
He said touch.
An artifact.
Yeah. I'm watching the new Beavis and Butthead movie. That's all they ever did.
I'm sorry. I mean, I liked Beavis and Butthead, so I can't.
Yeah, I did too. It's
You don't
just
need to
stupid
apologize
funny.
for that.
Yeah. Stupid funny.
I will say there was a Super Nintendo Beavis and Butthead game, and when I was young, my grandparents had it, and I played the shit out of that.
It was like Ren and Stimpy. I loved Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. I love Ren and Stimpy.
Log.
Powdered toast man.
Then they had like the adult version. That one was fucked.
It was the adult version no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Seriously.
Like,
So we're
totally.
fucking thrilled.
Yeah.
The bliss.
Thank you. Are you live, Pablo?
What?
You are. Are you live?
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess I gotta refresh. I don't know what's going on. Refresh.
That's my job. I refresh.
Tree is Aaron Klempine, 19.
Klempine, yeah. That's her.
Is she playing?
Yes.
Wow. Cool.
Sup, Tree?
What's up?
Nada.
How's the butt?
I'm assuming it's gonna be real nice and sore.
There's only 5 carrots in there.
5, bitch.
You know,
5.
years from now, if there's ever like merch for this campaign, that would be a good like starter first T-shirt. How's
your
the
butt?
butt?
Well, I thought you were gonna say butt plug, but okay.
Well.
That's merch 2. Second line.
That's when we get the Bad Dragon sponsorship.
Nesker, I feel like your character should live or die in the end in the climactic final battle. Something with the butt.
Oh, great. Oh, vey.
Doing the butt.
It's been too long since I played D&D. I missed it.
Yo,
Well, what the hell you
Mrs.
been
Tree.
doing?
Hello, Mrs. Tree.
Hello, Aaron.
Hello.
Hi.
Yo!
And
Oh,
Jesus
jeez.
Christ.
And there he is.
Oh, jeez. Oh, dear Lord.
You gotta talk on it so we can hear you now. Okay, never mind. Too nervous. All right.
Oh, stop being nervous.
We don't
I'm not
fight
gonna lie, I was too.
much.
Yeah,
We're
we've
all
definitely
just
broke.
weirdos.
You put your first thing in Nesker's butt, and it's all downhill from there. I'll tell you
For
what.
fuck's sake. I fixed my webcam. This shit's all fuckered.
I just bought a new one, a Logi. Ooh.
Nice.
It's not here yet, no.
Oh.
Yeah, right now I'm using my phone still. It fell 3 times before setting up or before getting comfortable.
You'll have that.
I have it taped down with Gorilla tape, Gorilla glue tape or whatever. Yeah.
So, Anthony, is she going to be playing using your account? Are you going to be moving her stuff, or do we need to get her set up on Roll20 as well?
No, I'm gonna move her stuff if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's how I got the token set up in here. So,
Do I need to sign into her account for D&D Beyond? And then use her character through there, right?
in order to use her character, yes, you'll need to do that.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Everybody saw it. He put it in writing. One last.
Oh,
Oh, he's quit. Oh, you're quitting after that.
one
Congratulations.
last, huh? I wish that were the truth. The case.
Yeah, my webcam is still so fucking crooked. What? Oh, I can move my monitor. The fuck am I doing?
Your webcam isn't even up.
I can't
Nope.
see you.
Let me refresh.
Yeah. I can see everyone else but you.
Let's see, I can only see mine and Olymp's.
Yeah. And Olymp is not there. He's invisible.
Mm. Can you see me
What is-
now? Oh, my mic's activating.
There he is.
There we go.
Hello. Look at that face.
Hello.
Yes, the baby face is back.
These my pinched cheeks.
Oh, please don't.
My precious.
I've been rewatching Lord of the Rings.
Needs to get you bearded up, Nesker.
Dude, I tried to, but it comes
Yeah.
in so
That's-
blonde it looks
Peach.
invisible.
That single
gotta
peach
just-
fuzz hair is not going to
Yeah.
cut it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
You gotta
And
keep.
dude, if I even
shaving it,
remotely
yeah.
try to grow it out, it looks like the most scummy thing in the world, and I hate how it looks. I'm like, fuck this shit.
You got to keep
Cl-
shaving, man.
I do. I shave
Everybody's
every
got
day.
that
See,
awkward
even
phase
that
when they
single
first
hair, you
grow
gotta
in their
shave
beard.
it.
Yeah. Not that I know offhand, but just by knowing other men.
You do
Right.
know firsthand. You had the belt of dwarvish might.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yep.
that's true.
Oi.
I sure did. Just this strain makes me sleepy, so hopefully I can stay awake.
Just fair warning, I am on call tonight, so.
Aw. Well, let Pope.
But I'm here. I'm here.
Fucking
here.
loser. I'm joking. I have no room to talk shit.
Well, we got a little crazy plan for tonight. A lot of RP. There shouldn't be any combat, but I mean, it is you guys, so
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
we'll see how things
Have
go.
you
You
met
never know.
us?
I have, yes. Not necessarily murder hobos, but you know, if there's a quick and easy
Fine.
path.
Mhm.
We will definitely not take it.
So welcome back, everybody, to Fairweather's Blight. Welcome back, especially to Nesker, who has not been with us for like 6 months, it seems.
Yeah, it's
Um,
been a while.
And also welcome to Erin, who's going to be playing a new character. We'll have her fully introduce herself when we get to that point.
Welcome.
Up until then, if I could have you guys introduce yourselves and your characters quickly for her, just so she can get an idea of who you are, the kind of character you play, and then we'll start getting into today's session.
All right. Well, I'll go. I'm Kit Kat. I'm a flamboyant bard, cat-like thing. I'm a handsome boy. Yep. And yeah, I give you buffs and heal you, and I also do not like to be dirty. Let's see what I like all sorts of species, male or female or both. And that's about it. I'm a pretty
One.
kitty.
Hello, I'm Craig. I'm Crystal's boyfriend,
Yeah, that's two.
and I'm Olymp Grut, the chief of the Grut clan. I turn into animals, and I get hit very well.
I'm Lily, and I play Saphira. Saphira is a tiefling ranger with a lot of anxiety and a pet badger named Franklin.
And I am Zelfir. My name is Paul, Crystal's brother.
I'm Crystal, by the way.
I play a elf necromancer, and he's conflicted. He's a conflicted fellow.
Yep.
And a purveyor of death.
Eska?
Yep, my character's name is Nesker. He's a tiefling artificer. I have this nice little cannon that I throw at people. It blinds them, and then I shoot them with it. Yeah, and apparently they like mutilating me while I'm in a coma, so there's also that character trait.
Not mutilating, violating. Two different.
I mean, the amount of carrots you guys have put up there, I mean, that might count as mutilation at that point.
Yeah, that might be permanent.
So I forgot to throw them up when they were given their character descriptions. This is Olymp.
Okay.
And
I think that's
this is Saphira.
For some reason, Olymp's character mancer came up for me.
Probably because it's your character.
Oh.
Craig, did you push the button? You pushed the button. All right. So, coming off of last week's session, or not last week, but the last session, you all managed to get through the spiritual corridors of the Chamberlain's Soul Requiem area, where souls were trapped from a temple of Monitor, and who knows how many countless others that have been shattered in the realm. You managed to defeat the undead sorcerer, finding your way into the containment area for a very unusual soul that you had never seen before, who introduced himself. Did he introduce himself? I can't remember.
Yes, and he scattered us to the...
Okay, so he introduced himself as the spirit of the King of Fairweather, King Undwala Porthir. Yeah, you didn't get much more than that because we were like right at the end of session. But the spirit was willing to travel with you, and so Zelfir, the wand that now has an actual tooltip to it. You have the spirit of Undwala Porthir in the wand. He's sitting nice and cozy. It's kind of like a Pokeball. Sorry, just pulling up the stream. All right. Yes, and we finally have the return of some sound effects. The skeletons have returned.
Oh, nice. Papa, I had another kind of history question. We were this whole thing started. Actually, I have two. This whole thing started by us going to the Glintwin Arcanum, right?
That's correct.
Who sent us on that quest? It was like the captain of the guard, right? Who were actively working for.
It was, yes. The captain of the guard was the one that sent you. You found out that him and Vornak were working together.
We knew that captain of the guard's name, or not really?
Yes, Dockland's in, right?
Dockland. Excellent. Thank you so much.
He sent you saying that the Arcanery was known to house one of the allies of the Chamberlain. They didn't know in what capacity the Arcanery was helping him, but they knew that something was going on there, and they wanted you to scout it out.
And then the last thing, real fast. The last time we talked to Squid-faced Elder guy, he had a funny name, some sort of pasta, if memory serves.
Dooley.
And Dooley, I was close. Sausage. Sausage Elder sent us. He said we had a couple of days until the curse was permanent. Is that accurate? Like 2 or 3?
That is correct.
Okay. And it has been 1.
Yes. At the conclusion of like getting everybody back together for the long rest that's going to occur, there will be 1 day until the curses are, for one reason or another, permanent.
Papa, that wand is the spirit manipulation?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And that is in my inventory, correct? Well, should be.
Should be.
Yeah. It's not, but I just figured I'd...
So who's cursed exactly?
Olymp, Zelfir, and Saphira are, well, Olymp, Zelfir, and Saphira are cursed with a curse that is kind of from the Chamberlain. They're more of a. Frecule has additional curses related to items.
Yeah, I think Kit Kat does as well, right? With her eyes or his
Yep.
eyes.
Yep.
Paul, go ahead and refresh. It should be in your inventory now.
Oh, I
Yeah,
actually I added it. I had added
All right.
it.
Well, if you have a duplicate, just get rid of it.
Yeah, I will.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. Listen, I had to get through 7 artifacts, helping create a character and a bunch of other stuff.
You do an absolutely phenomenal job. There's no apologies needed
Yeah.
or anything.
Also, I read my artifact update, Mitch. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like mine too.
Well, hold on. I should clarify. In the right circumstances, I like it a lot.
Yes.
Um,
Some of the more powerful effects do come with some caveats, of course. Does anybody have questions about their artifacts or characters at this moment, just since we're there with Craig asking questions about those?
is the Put Pips spellbook and the sewer spellbook a tangible item, or is that just going to be in the...
They're not going to be in your inventory.
Okay.
They count as spellbooks towards your 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3. So right now you have 3 of 3 currently with your spellbook, Put Pips, in the sewers.
Okay. And that's all I can have is 3 at a time, right?
3 at a time, yes.
Yeah. But I can scribe these ones to my spellbook and...
Yeah, I think you bought enough supplies for like 30 pages a while back.
Yeah, and I believe I have half... cost me half to do it, too.
For necromancy, specific
For
spells.
spells that are of your school,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
All right, so with that,
When
we
get
will
some
head
downtime.
over to Fairweather proper.
Because right now we're split.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct. Very split party.
Hmm.
I'm still in the cave.
It's well. There's
Sewer.
something in your cave.
You're in the
sewer, yeah.
sewers.
I think the Kit and Saphira made you like a sleeping beauty, like the ornate bed with the nice drapes.
Yep,
Thanks, guys.
we
Appreciate
did,
it.
and we made you very pretty. I don't think the makeup faded because, like, you did some magic, so it wouldn't smudge while you were sleeping or nothing.
Fuck's sake. At least tell me I look good and not like her,
You,
like
you look
horrendous.
very pretty. Actually, you look like one of those circus clowns, like the.
For fuck's sake.
I was gonna
But
say
we really did
more
try.
like a very beautiful drag queen.
Yeah, yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
Hey, that should give
Very
you an advantage on the deception rolls for seduction.
beautiful.
While you're wearing the makeup, sure.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we do have a scattered party around the city. We're going to take this kind of one at a time. Some of you landed in similar or close to each other districts or areas. So let's start with Kit Kat and Saphira, who landed up in the pen.
All right. It was like shocked,
Got in
like,
the
oh my
pen.
god.
How did
you
I get here?
Yeah. And I'm gonna start walking out. Whatever way is out. Is this like the only way out here?
I did the wrong sizing. Hold on a second.
Sorry.
There, you should be able to see yourself now.
There we go. First of all, are there any shops here where I may purchase some diamonds in this area
So
right here?
in Suture's Boots, no. It is a little bit more of rundown slums. It's
Okay.
kind of like the receiving uh, area for goods that come in from the river. So there are some dock workers around. You can smell the work that occurs around you. It's not necessarily the nicest place, and you know that this is also the area where the pen is located. So there's prisoners being transported and moved about. There's a heavy guard population. Um, but not much in the way of shops themselves.
All right. So, hmm.
But as
Did you?
you're, give me a perception roll.
Who? Oh.
So as you're looking about, it's been a while since you've been in this area of the city, but something seems a little off. People are more wary of their surroundings. You see them looking over their shoulders or almost like they're listening for something. They're not sure what. You notice that there are more guards that are positioned within the streets themselves. Some of them are much younger than you've seen. Some are older and grizzled. It seems as if the uh, ranks are being filled by anyone who can hold a weapon at this point.
Okay, this is strange. I wonder what this is all about. Do I know how to get out of here? Are these like all open, like little pathways
Yeah,
from
you would be
here?
familiar with how to get out of the area. Basically, if there's a little gap between the buildings where it's not black on black, it's either an alley or a pathway of some sort.
My favorite. I'm just gonna uh hurriedly kind of come out to the main, like,
And go swimming.
oh yeah, okay, okay, I don't want to go swimming, so let's go back. He's like, shit. Oh, is this a bridge here?
That is a bridge, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go this way and oh,
Ah,
Saphira.
Kit Kat!
I'm so glad someone else is here.
I
Things are
think we
very
should probably get out of here.
yeah, things are strange. People are up in arms and nervous looking.
Yeah, since I'm not the only one that's anxious around here.
So Saphira, before we go too much further, it is right around midday, and the sun is quite high in the sky. There are shadows being cast by some buildings and taller stacks of freight that are in alleyways. And you notice that standing in the sun, you're starting to feel very sick, very um, weak. And as you're walking through the area, you can feel your skin start to singe. So you duck into a shadowy area for a moment, and the feeling subsides. You notice that the advancement of your condition seems to have come with it uh, a susceptibility to the sun itself.
Kit Kat, I don't know how to say this, but I can't be out in the sun for very long.
Wonder if I can put you in the bag of holding.
It's actually I don't. It was previously filled with soul fragments. I don't know.
Oh, have we had a long rest?
Not
Or
yet, no.
okay, all right. So things have not taken effect yet. Like our situations of new spells and from the level.
Yeah, we did the level up just so we're ready to go if we do want to go someplace tonight. But the level up and the long rest has not occurred
Okay.
officially yet.
All right. So how are we gonna get her? I have robes. I can take nope because that's my armor. Or is it? No, I think
I'm
I
gonna
have.
hold my bedroll over my head.
No, robes would just be like something to cover when you're not wearing your armor. But it does have a hood and would offer
Right.
protection from the sunlight.
All right. I offer my robes. I put it over Saphira and put the hood up.
Much
Stick
better.
to the shadows. We'll have to get you fixed up as soon as we can.
You could say your
Oh
command
dear.
word, and your armor could look like anything you want. So even if you don't have robes, your armor could still.
Oh, I know. My armor looks like the most fabulous, shiny, sequined, beautiful robes. We already been through this. But these are my other robes that are, spare. They've been through the
So,
sewers a bit much.
Kika, give me another perception check, though, as
Yep.
you're helping Saphira get garbed in this robe.
Oh,
And Saphira, roll me a Constitution saving throw, please. So, Kika, you had seen before that Saphira's teeth looked slightly different, like they had changed somehow. Some of them had either been filed or they were coming to more of a point. Saphira, as Kit Kat is putting the robe around you, he got very close to you and you could smell the blood inside of his veins. It's been a very long time since you were able to last eat anything, but you're able to resist the urge to clamp down and partake of his blood and other things.
it steps away and says, Saphira. He looks around for a rat or something to give to Saphira.
I'm also looking around for something, anything at this point.
Both of you give me an investigation check at advantage.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm a cat.
Saphira, you're starting to get so hungry that you can smell the uh, blood of everything in the air, but you're able to focus in on something that's not quite as succulent as the others. And you find not a rat, but roll me a luck check.
Oh man.
A really weak and really evil person.
Better
Mine
yet.
never come through on Roll20, but it's an 18.
Sorry, I can see it. So it is a the smell is emanating from one of the cargo crates, and you can see the inside of it are a series of small vole-like creatures.
I'm gonna grab a few.
And Kit Kat, and you're scurrying about, you managed to find a cat, but luckily Saphira found something a little bit more acceptable.
Aw, kid,
Less adorable.
kid pets the kitty and chews it away quickly. So Saphira don't find it. I don't think she would eat it, but I don't know how hungry she is. Well, she almost bit me, so yeah.
I'm gonna
She's
just chow
a
down
little
on a
hungry.
handful of these voles.
You turn around like.
So we will hold it there for just a moment, and we are going to come over to Zelfir. Zelfir, you have found yourself plopped right in the middle of the goblins district. There are dozens and dozens of goblins around you. Many of them are staring at you from where you seemingly just poofed in from nowhere. Luckily, not running into anyone. It's a strange occurrence for sure, but anything can happen in the city. And you, much like Saphir and Kit Kat, see that there are many more guards around than you remember in the city. There are goblins of every shape and size that seem to have been conscripted into the ranks.
Zelfir pulls one of the goblins aside and asks, why is there so many gods nowadays?
Judging by your entrance, you haven't been around for a while. The undead have been attacking Fairweather now for weeks. It seems as if they're coming from everywhere. So they began hiring anyone that could help. They're not so much guards as they are mercenaries. Making good coin, too, but I don't know if it's worth it when they have to fight the undead like this.
Well, maybe you guys should put your forces together and fight the Chamberlain.
Chamberlain's the one that ordered the hiring of the conscripts.
Yeah. Chamberlain is also the one who is making these undead come here.
That's a high accusation. It doesn't bother me any.
Off with you then.
Back to work it is then. You better be careful though.
I know
One
my
of
way
those
around these
gruts,
gods
aren't
without-
you?
What?
You've been looking for the gruts for over a week now. Disappeared. Supposed to be helping the crown, but seems like they fled. If you did, well, it wouldn't bode well. Your secret's safe with me, though. I don't want to get my hands dirty and sullied with all of this. I just want to live in my home and do my work.
Well, I thank you for the information. And with that, Zelfir sticks to the back alleys and some of the haunts that he knows and starts to make his way towards the Rock Ale Brewery.
Okay, so give me a stealth check for 1, and for 2 and 3, give me another perception check, and also give me a insight check.
That's my stealth check. Two perceptions. Is that what you said?
Perception and an insight.
A perception and an insight.
Nice rolls.
And insight, I do not.
All right. So you do manage to stick to the alleyways, but there are some larger thoroughfares that you're unable to avoid in getting to the Rock Hill Brewery, where you originally met up with your contacts in the city that kind of began all of this adventure. Um, but in getting to those main thoroughfares, you do manage to somehow weave your way through the crowd, avoiding the sight of the guards. But as you're continuing, when you reach the border between the Goblin District and the Dwarvish District, while there was always a bit of a separation between the districts, it seems more stark now. There were much less dwarves and elves in the Goblin District, and far fewer of any other race in the Dwarven districts. It's almost like lines that had been drawn previously are being reinforced, and people are cloistering into those that they are closest to.
Yeah, seems like the segregation has been increased.
And I'll have you give me a luck check as well.
That's not the number you want to see.
No, no, it's not.
As you're walking through the districts, and you get into the Dwarven district, going through one of the alleyways, you see a man sitting to the side of the alley that has a tin cup out in front of him. And he's not really saying anything, but it's clear that he's a beggar. So what do you do? What do you do?
Hmm. He kind of ponders at the beggar a little bit, and the first question he asks him is, with everybody being being mercenaries these days, why aren't you getting up and getting a job?
For some of us, it's not an easy thing to do to fight.
You can see that this is, in fact, Whitpip.
Huh. You are a Pwit Pip. Everything is easy for you.
I've lived a very difficult life. On the streets for most of it. But Fairweather isn't such a bad place to be without a home. So many places.
Not with so many of your brothers about. Do not go into. You don't know any other Pwit Pips in the area.
I don't know what you mean. I'm the only Whitpip that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
But
Suppose that
I
bird
have
is
heard
the only
others
bird
say
like
that
it
they're
too,
more.
huh?
Perception check.
Okay.
Whips are actually just kind of like the dual slit experiment.
Another Pwit Pip.
As you look closely, he's in similar garb to the Whitpips that you've seen previously. It's adorned very beautifully, but this is it's very ragged. His clothing clearly has been changed for years. His features are very disheveled, and he doesn't have the characteristic bird on his shoulder. However, with that perception check, you notice that the mug is very distinct.
Where did you get that mug?
I've had this for years. Unfortunately, I had to take it from the local barkeep. Something to drink with. It's difficult. The river has good water, but I need a way to collect some coin here and there, and it seemed as good as any.
It's a very interesting mug.
Speaking of coin, can you spare one
We might
for
be
an
able
old
to make a
put-pip?
deal. I'd like to purchase that mug from you.
Purchase it? How much are you offering?
I'm willing to give you 50 gold pieces.
For a mug? I'll take it.
He puts the mug up to grab with a hand outstretched, awaiting the coin.
Oh, and I want your shoes too.
I can get a new pair of shoes for a shiny copper. Yes, I can do this. This is wonderful.
He kicks off his shoes. They kind of stumble through the alleyway, but
Unbelievable.
These will make
We have a
decent
deal then.
shoes for my pet.
What you use them for if you're giving me 50 gold for them?
What else have you got?
Thank you. But is it just the clothes on my back?
I'll take those too.
I. We are a greedy one, but
You can keep your
it would do me
skivvies.
good to have new clothes.
and the Pwipep, seemingly unconcerned, strips down naked right
And
in
they
front
went
of
to a
you.
store to buy new clothes like that.
Well, that is a sight I didn't need to see.
You're the one that asked me to take off my clothes. Oh, it is freeing, though.
And he starts moving about and doing some stretches.
I should do this more often.
Cover that thing!
Zephyr, one more perception check, please.
Shit.
He's an official grut now.
The Pwipwit score,
Oh,
that's
hang on.
like 4 months rent in a pretty decent apartment.
So, as he disrobes, something kind of strikes your eye, and it's not his penis. That is very
Penis hit
distinct.
your eye.
You would expect someone of this age to be very spindly or weak. However, when he takes off his robe, he is an extremely well physiqued but older man. You can see that there is musculature, and he's very well kept.
Like
His
Master
form, like Masaroshi, yes.
Does he start doing penis kegels? I hope not.
No.
Good lord.
Watch what I can do.
Oh, what can you do?
Mm.
That was a pretty good impression.
Zelfir tells him to be on his way. Yeah, as
And
he
he finds
begins
his
to
way through the
examine the mug
alleys.
a lot closer too.
Upon closer inspection, as of this moment, it appears to be a mug, but there's something different about it. You can just feel it in your bones.
Just a mug.
Just a mug.
The bird.
Hmm.
So with that, we will head over to one of our newer party members here. Kaylin, are you ready to go?
Where's that face cam?
She says she's not ready to go.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to get around to you eventually. So we will go to Nesker instead.
Oh shit.
Let's go.
He's digging for it. Yep.
Hold on, let me get everybody's vision token out here.
Oh yeah, he's still
I
down
hope you
here.
found one with makeup.
Fuck's sake.
All right, and can everybody see now?
Yeah.
Yep.
We can see.
Perfect. All right, so Nesker, you have been asleep for a very, very long time. Longer than even you can remember. You are cognizant to the fact that you have been asleep for an extended period of time now, and you are starting to worry almost. So, firstly, tell me, what have you been dreaming about?
Honestly, I would have been dreaming about our encounter at the fields where the last time we saw Anduli when we killed him, and then the Chamberlain showed up, and then his two goons that we thought were our friends, but then ended up not being our friends because they are completely mind wiped by the Chamberlain. I probably would have been thinking about that situation.
All right, rerunning through the aspects of that situation over and over in a cycle, seeing if things could have been different, trying different moves or strategies, seeing if you could spare the people who perished, or if there were ways to better execute on the plans that you'd all come up with. But somehow, every single time, it ends up the same, with nothing but death and destruction, and the party running for their lives. Mostly a limp.
Although my life was often at stake, I was very rarely running.
That's the issue.
Like not in RP, dude. I just remember the end of that. Like when you just ran off, you were butt ass naked, and you just went booking it.
Yeah. And that is where your dream ends. It's almost as if, as Olymp runs away, he pulls your consciousness back. And as Olymp falls out of view, you poof back to the beginning of the situation, the dream, over and over. The last thing you see is a bare ass running away, and the first thing you see is a sword coming at your face. It's like the worst Groundhog Day you can imagine. Uh, but this cycle, this dream seems different. Everything seems slower, almost as if you've been hastened, and everyone around you is sluggish and snail-like. And you hear, actually, you don't hear, but you feel a tapping on your shoulder. And when you go to turn to look, there's nothing there. It's almost like something's always in the edge of your vision. And you keep feeling this tapping as the events occur, and each time it slows a little more and a little more, until finally, as the presence taps you on your shoulder again and you go to turn, everything around you has stopped, and you're left in the middle of a battle. Magic's raging, arrows flying through the air, your cannon blasting its effects, but you're there, able to move and see this cacophonous, terrible moment in pure display. What do you do?
So from your description, everything's kind of like almost like it's frozen in time, almost.
Yeah, you know those frozen challenges where people will just stop dead and the camera just keeps going
Yeah.
through? That's kind of what you're experiencing.
Do I see like all the party members? Do I see everything that I should have, or is it just kind of like a random battle?
Nope, everything is as you remember it. The elemental warriors on the ground with Niplot Passant or Patience there. Everyone's health kind of low, but Induli and having just perished with the Hrenskill and Huxtixa and the Chamberlain coming in and being ready to end everything against all of you.
I'd for sure walk up to where the Chamberlain, Huxatixel, and all those guys are standing and just stare at them, trying to see some semblance of like features, something that can give me any type of like key in on what the hell they are. Well, granted, we know what the Chamberlain is, but just
Yeah,
some
this was
semblance of
actually
more
where he
information.
revealed to all of you that he was in fact a lich, changing into his undead form. But go ahead and give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Alrighty. Oh, where'd my Roll20 page go? There it is. You said perception at disadvantage? Alright. Where are you? Perception, there. There's the first one. Second one.
11 is just enough. Didn't think I'd need this, so hold on while I pull it up.
I thought you were playing sound effects. No, I forgot my dice that I have on D&D Beyond have sound effects.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Chamberlain Oses Shrikuchi. So that is what you are looking at currently. And as you're looking him over, he still appears to be a perfectly normal human male, wears a very gruff, growly expression all the time. You see that he's wearing very intricate and well-tailored clothes, but it's clear that he has some sort of magical inclination. And as you're looking over his features and his just general form, you notice that the book that he's holding in his hand is unlike any book that you've ever seen before.
Does it have any like, other than it just not being something I've seen before, does it have any like striking characteristics that would like be like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like immediately.
It does, yes. So the binding of the book itself almost looks like it is pumping some sort of fluid through it, like the book is alive almost. You can see the binding actually stretches out onto the cover of it, almost as if veins through skin. And there's a writing on the front of it in a language that you are unfamiliar in.
So with Nesker having some knowledge, I say my character would probably ballpark it as that maybe being a possible phylactery, since he's a lich.
Give me a history at disadvantage.
History.
My man's asking the questions though, right? Like he's going to work
He
for
is.
it. Okay.
Ooh, that's rough. Oh, fucker. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not really familiar enough with undeath and those types of situations to make out what this book is, but you can tell that there is something very unnatural about it, as if evil forces went into the creation of this tome.
So my character would be able to he'd at least know that something with that book is specific to the Chamberlain, like that's part of what he is. Like that's what makes him be able to do what he does and do to an extent.
Give me an insight.
Insight. Fucking hell, dude.
You don't know if it's part of the Chamberlain himself, like he imbued his essence into it, or it's his blood that's flowing through the binding, or something like that. But you can tell that there is some sort of connection between the book and the Chamberlain. You just are not unsure of what that connection is.
Okay. I'm gonna move on to the blue flaming bastard that I hate with every essence of my being. Because I want to try to find some, not even a weakness, like some, weakness is the right word. I want to be able to try to find out how I can kill this thing a lot fucking faster, because that thing is so goddamn annoying.
It's just Huxatixa.
Just Huxatixa, as soon as we break his bullshit shield, he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna fly 50 feet in the air and you can't touch me anymore."
So as you get close, even though it's flames surrounding his skull, you can still feel sensations around you going on from the battle. When you walked past Flame, for instance, you could feel the heat that was emanating off of it in that moment. But as you get closer to Huxatixa, it's almost as if there's a void of heat, as if everything had been sucked out of the air, and it's very dry and chill.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna kind of do a walk around of him. Do I see any like identifying markings on him, like something as far as like runes, anything like that on him? Because this is the first time any of us have been able to get this close to him.
It is, yes. Um, as far as you can tell, the skull itself is just a normal skull. You can tell, however, as you go around the front and the back and look through all of the uh, different openings to him, there is something inside of the skull that has animated it.
Okay. So a core in a sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Like you said, my character wouldn't know too much about undeath stuff, so I'm not going to make any leaps there. But as far as my characters are concerned, I can at least acknowledge that it's a core of some kind, something that's powering it.
Yeah, just like you need some sort of energy source for Knoll or your inventions.
Or fucking
There's
Zareth, my bird.
Yeah, exactly. There are parallels between the work that you do with your tinkering and the magical uh, uh, invocations that are required to animate magical creatures. So it's reasonable to make that kind of assumption. Yes.
Okay. Um, after looking at Huxatixa, I'm probably just gonna. Do I have any like semblance of a time frame of how long I've been out? I know you said I have an idea I've been out for an extended amount of time. Do I have any like actual?
Without a frame of reference, no.
Okay. All I know is I've been gone for a decent amount of time.
Yes, you've been through this scenario at least a few hundred times.
I'm probably gonna walk over to my party members and kind of just look at them, realize that I miss hanging out with them and doing all of our bullshit, and playing in the same scenario. They're not really there, just kind of like a shadow of themselves, and kind of reflect on that.
NP on a limp leg.
Hmm?
NP on a limp leg.
Bro, he kisses me and he puts a rock up these jerkholes' butts. Kidding me?
Oh yeah, while I'm asleep, can I feel anything on my ass?
No.
Damn it.
Oh gosh.
Nice try, though, dude.
Worth a shot.
So as you continue around the battlefield, looking between your party members, and everything is still. Give me a perception check.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, you look about the battlefield, and you can see that there's something very unusual happening by the corpse of Induli.
Okay,
Something is not frozen anymore.
I'm gonna walk up to investigate it.
Um, please give me a survival check and a investigation check.
Survival and investigation.
Beautiful. As you approach closer, you know that you will need to. You can tell that you are going to need to keep your distance from this,
Mhm.
because it's some sort of magical emanation. but you're able to get close enough, and with your knowledge of the arcane arts and how it applies to your tinkering, you're able to deduce that what's occurring is a portal is being opened above the corpse of Indoley.
I am going to prepare for anything, like really just if I need to fight, I'm gonna get ready to fight. I'm kind of like almost half cocked. Like if I need it, just like to actively, kind of trigger my fight or flight. Like, do I need if I'm gonna have to run away from something that comes out of this portal? Am I have to fight something? Anything of that matter. Granted, I'm kind of stuck in a dream, so if I run, it's gonna be kind of pointless. But our character's kind of delirious right now, so we're gonna say that.
All right, so as you prepare yourself, you can see the iris of this portal beginning to open more and more. There's no features that you can see through it, but as it finally opens to slightly larger than humanoid size, you see a figure stepping through it.
I'll keep my position and keep watching.
Quit. Bet.
Fuck, imagine, bro.
Oh, yep. No, it actually makes 100% sense.
Yep.
I don't know if you were here for this, but
I don't think I was. I think I have a semblance of the idea because I think Mitch kind of mentioned it to me, but I can't say I remember completely.
I knew you were stuck in here. Ha! We found him. It's about damn time. Oh, my boy, you've been stuck here for far too long. If you dream like this, well, you may be lost for the ages. Whatever got you to this place?
I kind of cock my head to the side and go, "Whip Pip."
Yes, my boy, you do remember me. Excellent.
Oh Jesus! In the middle of all of it, I kind of put my head in my hand. I'm like, "Oh fuck's sake, here we go already."
Seems to be the matter. I mean, besides your current predicament, I mean, that is pretty terrible, but this isn't quite the welcome I expected.
No, nothing against you. So where exactly am I?
You are in the Kalashari dreamscape. I do not know how you found your way here, but it is a dangerous realm to delve into as a mortal.
Well, I'd have to agree with you. Can you get me out?
What do you think this port is for, young lad?
It could be a one-way thing. I don't know. I don't know how your magic works.
As he points at the portal with a big smile on his face, the portal clips out of existence.
Oh, well, that's a bit embarrassing. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Pip, bring it back. Dude, I want to get out of here. Bring back the portal.
Don't worry, this is nothing but child's play.
He taps the bird on its head, saying,
Wake up, wake up! It's time to do it again. You think you have another one inside there?
You see the little bird kind of chirp and bounce between his shoulders, more animated than you've ever seen this bird previously. And then finally, its eyes begin to glow.
Oh.
Don't worry. It knows what it's doing.
And no sooner does he finish his statement than two lasers fly out from the bird's eyes directly in front of the two of you, over where the corpse was located.
He has a tendency of getting stuck on that one spot. Says it's something about, like, weak browns between the phases of the dimensions, and I don't know exactly what he's talking about, but hey, he makes it work, so we go with it, yeah?
Sounds good to me. Let's get me the fuck out of here.
You've been away for a long time.
How exactly long have I been gone?
It's been almost a month.
Shit.
My friends, they came back to check on you from time to time, but, well, it's been difficult without you.
Yeah, let's get out of here. I need to go meet up with my friends.
This process takes time, son. It's not like you can just open a portal any way you want, whenever you want. I hear you, Pippin. Not everyone's like you.
I kind of sit there, shrug my shoulders. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we'll wait until it's ready.
As the lasers focus in on the portal more and more, you begin to feel a surge of magical energy around you. I can't believe I forgot to do this. 1 second, guys.
Oh my god! I'm joking. Ugh.
Oh no.
We might have to forego it.
I do think if we could somehow one day do a campaign where like I'm playing Pippin and you're playing a Farnswip, that would actually like make my month.
Maybe someday. So, as the portal finally opens, while you couldn't see anything through it previously, because you're on the other side of the iris this time, you can see through the dreamscape. All of the planes of existence lie bare in front of you. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is gonna fucking destroy my psyche. Wisdom. Please don't roll like shit. Fuck's sake.
I mean, it wasn't all bad.
I mean,
As soon as the iris opens and you see this world in front of you, everything in your mind goes blank. You are completely unsure of anything except for the hand that's on your back leading you forward and the strange sound of yelling through the dreamscape.
Excuse me.
This is amazing! As you step through the iris, Woodpip disappears, and you find yourself lying in bed with an individual you've seen before, Faendegast.
I'm in bed with Fane?
We will leave it there.
For fuck's sake!
Howdy ugly, Nusker.
I just want to say that was great.
So Fane was using him while he was sleeping? That's
Oh,
terrible.
No, my booty hole.
All right, Caitlin, are you ready?
You ready?
Do it.
Come on
Get
now.
it, Caitlin,
Come
you got it.
on!
Do it up!
You ready? Come on.
To be fair, yours is not going to be nearly as long or in depth. We're going to ease you in, but
Yeah.
and we're not going to make you do anything. If you're not comfortable tonight, you just want to listen along, that's fine.
You could be
Right.
like Aragorn in the beginning of book 1 where you're just like, I go there, don't talk to anyone, stealthily.
Listen, it's always weird at first, but once you get into the swing of things, it's a lot of fun. Just
Trust
gonna kind
me,
of put yourself out there into it.
I agree. That's how I was at the beginning. Now I'm over here having sex with bearded dwarfs. You know what I'm saying? So
Hell yeah.
you ready? No pressure.
Yeah, she can listen
Just a
in.
little bit.
You
I'm
know?
joking.
Yeah, just a little.
Encouraging pressure, not a
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
need to do this
of
pressure.
course.
Yeah.
We were
It's-
all
you-
new.
Yeah.
We're all new at one
But
point.
yeah, if you're not ready, we can go on to the other folks and I'll check in again when we're done.
Okay. She wants to move on for now.
All right, no worries. So Frecule and Olymp, we have a little bit of a special situation with you guys.
Yeah.
You had the lucky rolls last week.
Am I conscious? I believe I ended it. I was unconscious and stable. Is that persistent or am I a 1?
No, you had 1 health
Yeah, I think
from
you're at Bardic Inspiration? Or no.
no. You had like 3 health from a unfortunately terrible healing word.
Okay.
Why can't I find this map? It's supposed to be right there, but it's not there. Where the hell is it?
Frecule, I'm not gonna front. I don't even know what Olim's about to do right now, man.
You better keep it together. That's what I gotta say. We're both pretty slim right now.
I'm so banged up. It's a miracle I didn't die.
All right, Frecule, you find yourself in the courtyard of the castle. Olymp, you also find yourself in the courtyard of the castle. However, you are in the private garden.
This is elevated up. I'm on the elevated. This is
Correct.
stairs down, right? Okay.
And you see the two guards that are in the courtyard approaching you, Frecule.
As I see them approaching, I'm gonna hide my book the best I can because I don't know how they're gonna feel about that.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Where did you come from? The courtyard is off limits.
I don't mean any trouble. I don't know how I got here either. I'm just as dumbfounded as you.
What kind of sorcery is this? Are you with the undead?
Most definitely not. I'm on your side.
Side? What do you mean on our side?
I'm an ally. I'm here to help you if needed, but I fight the undead as well.
You fight the undead? Are you a member of the Guard Corps?
Oh, no, I don't know if I want to say this. That's tough.
You know you do. You know you do. You know you do.
I'm of the mighty clan of the Gruts.
The Gruts? You are a Grut?
Yes. Do I have to take off my clothes to show you?
Yes.
Frecule walks
I
over
can
and
see
pisses
it.
on his leg.
You must be a Glut. They're all swine in terrible dresses. Well,
He knows the Gruts.
what do you think you're doing here? You were supposed to help the guard, but you disappeared. You've been gone for weeks. What happened?
We've been in. I don't know if I want to tell him this either. God damn. This is a tough situation here. We've been in a cave fighting undead, trying to get out of the cave. And then.
Wait, you were assigned to the Shockspout cave?
Not that one. We, I wouldn't know. Faircool wouldn't know this about the merchant, right? Because I think I was out that day. I was on that table with the
You were,
shards, right? Okay. But I heard the party talking about we were under the what was it called?
The Gwentling Arcanery.
Arcanery. I was stuck beneath the Arcanery trying to get out.
The Arcanery? Yes. Yes, it was one of the hubs for the undead. They began spewing forth after you went in. A troubling turn of events, indeed. You... What was your name again, Grot?
Faircool.
Freku. You must come with us. We'll bring you to Darkland and maybe he can straighten this out.
Alright, I'm gonna follow along.
Limp. You can hear the little bit of conversation that's going on in the distance, but nothing of the actual substance of the conversation. However, you find yourself in the sequestered meeting garden.
Is anybody like around me right now?
No, you currently have walls surrounding you, and you're out of line of sight of the two guards.
Olymp like falls on the ground and just like holds his organs and not really Peter Griffins it, but kind of Peter Griffins it. He's just like, oh
Ah,
my God, I'm lucky to be alive. Oh, Christ be praised. Oh, Christ be praised. And he like shakes his head, just kind of like remembering visions and dreams that had come to him in his different states of nearly being totally 100% dead in the past like day by his perspective, and just kind of, after like a half minute or so, kind of gets up and brushes himself off and is now living gratuitous or living with gratitude.
as you were going through all of that, your grunts attract the attention of the closest guard. And as he rounds the corner, he raises his glaive towards you. What are you doing here? Hey! Hey, get off the ground!
Ah, you're a guardsman, aren't you?
Lily? Who are you?
Hold. I'm Grut, the chief. We were sent on a mission by your chief.
A Grat? A Grat? Yes, I know of you. And then his expression goes from surprised and happy to almost a stern remembrance as he raises his glaive directly just in front of your face, down near your throat. You, you abandoned your post. You were to help with Gwynthling, but after you went in, the undead began spilling out in droves. What did you do down there?
Well, there must have been vile magics at work. I reckon that the undead will have ceased now. We just slayed their leader, and he teleported us away with more vile magics.
And is that how you got here?
Yes, this is how. I know something is afoot. We were teleported. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I was hit in the skull many times. It comes back to me now.
And
No,
he kind of
upon our
looks you up and down now. Yes, you look like you've been through at least 6 of the 9 hells.
I think that the fourth and the fifth are a lot colder. No, I was just hit a lot in the head. Please, is your chief nearby? And also, I need to find the other Gruts.
He is nearby, but he said he's not to be disturbed. Roll me a perception, or not perception, a persuasion, please.
Can I also run an insight on the guard to try to get a sense for his alignment?
Yes. Yeah, he looks very fresh. Like he hasn't been a guard very long. The armor doesn't fit him very well. When he holds his glaive, it's not somebody who's been trained with it proficiently. Uh, it doesn't sit well in his hands. He keeps doing these movements like he's uncomfortable in the armor, but his conviction of his words seems true.
Let me think for just 2 seconds here.
If you want to see him, though, I suppose I can take you to him.
Okay, excellent.
I'll take care
Seeing
of that.
seeing his countenance, Olymp would just kind of like, I guess, upon following him, um, give him steadying, reassuring words, or boy, it seems things have gotten worse since our return. Fear not, the Gruts are back now.
Like a
Yes, they're
transformer.
back.
Back
Good, yeah.
again.
And then yeah, other than that, just follows him to
One moment, I'm preparing that map. And then when we finish up with this little interchange, we'll take a quick break.
I still want to know I'm in bed with Fane. That's what I want to know.
it is a great question.
Even I don't know why
None
you're
of us
in
do.
bed with Fame.
Well, no, oh no, there is kind of a reason for it, but I don't understand why we're in bed together. There's a reason that we'd be next to each other.
Yeah, the tapping, right? That
But
makes
are you
sense. Why in
snuggling?
bed? Yo, maybe it was his penis
All
tapping.
all I know is he better been fucking Little Spoon, all right?
Guys, maybe there's nothing sexual at all about it.
I
Did you
know,
ever think
right?
about
With this
that?
group, you're high if you think that, Mitch.
Bullshit.
With this group, you already know some dumb shit was happening.
These are populating all ghosty for me. Do they look normal for you?
I got nothing.
Yeah. You guys, well, because you don't have a vision token right now because you're not here.
You
But
should
Oh,
have a
now I
vision
do.
token.
It's in the top
I
right corner.
see it.
Now
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, all players have access to the vision token. As long as you can see Docklin and the guards, then we're good. All right. So the guards escort both of you through the barracks at the side entrance that you have been to previously. You go through the training area for the elites, and you notice that there is a vastly larger amount of elites in training. Far more than would even make sense under increased recruitment. It's almost like they're forcing people through the elites program. And when you finally get to Dockland's office, the door is open and they escort you directly in. Dockland sitting at his desk in the northwestern side of the room, looks up from his papers and gets an unbelievably deep scowl on his face. So, you finally decided to show back up then?
can I do an insight, like kind of walking a quick insight on the two city guards here? So, because right now there's the one city guard who I've already incited, Docklin, and then these two other city guards. Is that right?
Yeah. What are you inciting in particular?
Same thing as yeah, sorry about that. Same thing as the first one, just kind of like their alignment. Their if they are either charmed or otherwise underneath the thumb of evil influences, or they are loyal to and in line with Docklin and Docklin's wants.
As far as you were able to tell, you don't need to make an insight roll. Everyone that you have interacted with thus far in the castle has seemed to be allied to the castle in Docklin and fighting against the undead. There's a clear conviction to the words that they speak. They have a disdain for the undead. Wait, my God. Olymp, you look like hell. And Freckle, I barely even recognize you. Where in the hells have you been? Maybe by the look at you, you have been in the hells.
It may have been a place even worse, but to your point, I may just need to recuperate myself for a moment, and kind of leans against the table and just kind of sits there. resting.
Well, I'm not right for giving you any kind of kindness right now, but he reaches into his desk and produces a small phial, tossing it over to you. You would recognize it as a standard healing potion.
Olymp guzzles it quickly. Thank you, kind midway warrior, would-be elder, friend.
Now, what are you doing here? You went down into the Arcanery and we haven't heard from you for weeks now.
There was much happenings, but Freckule, what say you? I think perhaps.
Sorry, let me back up a second.
After you came back into the sewers from the Arcanery, we haven't heard from you in weeks. It's been forever.
Weeks. This is most unsettling. I think perhaps we should collect the rest of the Gruts. I'm sure they're close, and we will give you our full insights.
The rest? You mean you're all still alive?
Wait, we technically don't know that, right? We
Oh, we don't I don't know that, but Olymp I think would assume Olymp would assume, you know what I mean? Because we're Gruts and we would just be scattered. When we last saw, yeah, Olymp would assume we're all alive and close by. Because we were there and an ally said he was going to move us, and then we woke up here. So I think it's a fair assumption.
okay, all right, I'll back you.
So then tell me, did you find what you were looking for in the dungeons? Did you find the secret to the Chamberlain's power?
Because just for the catch up, the guards know that the Gruts went into the Arcanery. Docklin and Vornak know that they were sent into the dungeons. And the dungeons occurred after the Arcanery.
The dungeon was we went through the prison, right? And then went to
You
the
went
very
through the prison, you re-imprisoned the elemental warriors, and then you got to the Chamberlain's private office
yes.
and were transported to the spiritual area.
It's kind of that place is kind of like a purgatory, kind of, right? It's the in between, right? It seemed like.
Roll an insight check, Freckule.
And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Papa, but we were told down there that that was like a spiritual plane made or controlled by the Chamberlain, of which he was harnessing power from. Like, we were told that.
That is correct. And Freckule, yes, it is a form of a purgatory, but not purgatory as you would have heard about in any religious or other types of teachings. It was very unique in its implementation.
Okay, so it's kind of like a boiler for souls. When the souls, I guess that's
Yeah,
what gives
almost
power.
soul goes in there, gets used up and turned into fragments, and who knows what happens with whatever that soul was.
Olymp, while Freckule was, or actually that was a meta thing, but I forgot I have the Helm of Telepathy, so we've been in the room for a total of 6 seconds by now. Freckule mental conversation, and Olymp just acts like he's kind of dramatically recovering himself. We we need to get Docklin to Zelfir. We have this man's elder, finally. Our quest is nearly complete. Everything else is meaningless. In fact, we need to speak to this elder as well.
Yeah.
And we have like a mental one-on-one now.
So Craig, I think I understand where you're going with this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Freckle, roll me insight. Limp, roll me deception.
Okay. Oh God! It wasn't natural.
Boy. So, Freckle, while you're not sure exactly the reasoning behind why Olymp is jumping straight to that, you can tell that there's uh, something off, something distracting to Olymp almost, that's making him want to jump directly to that.
Still keeping that in mind, I'm gonna ask Docklin. Um, from what the guards told us, that the undead have been spewing out, or were spewing out. What he has, because we don't know that they're up in the guard, right? So I want to ask him, what has he done to strengthen his forces? Because he is an elf.
I'm sure you've seen it by now. And he points to the two guards. We're having to take anyone who can hold a glaive at this point. The undead. It's almost like they've doubled down every week since you've been gone. More and more of them are coming. It started at the Arcanery, but now the undead at the farms are overwhelming. They're encroaching upon the city walls at night. We can fight them back for now, but even our numbers are starting to dwindle.
Mentally speak to Olymp. Just kind of like a recollection. Didn't Pipwhip go down south in the cave, like under the Arcanery, and blow up all the undead? Supposedly, from what we heard.
You're not entirely sure what happened because you went through the tunnel and he went south to where the undead.
Okay.
He was going to he if and even if I remember right, he went there with like conviction to give them hell or die trying, kill them or die
That's
trying.
certainly what it seemed like, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Renskill was also down there, and Renskill popped in on your battle with the golem.
Yeah. So even though I feel like Olymp's kind of jumping the gun, but I'm gonna back him. I'm gonna tell the Docklin. We assume that with both of us being alive from what happened, that our other party members are alive, and we need to get an alert out for them to bring us together, so we can help in any way.
I'll Olymp add in a truthful fashion, Guard Captain, we have succeeded in your request, and more so. I fear, though, the knowledge of our hunt is too sensitive and should be shared when all of our party is together and every endeavor has went to make the room where the secrets are shared as safe as possible.
This is about the safest room in the kingdom currently. But I understand what you're saying. I can't extend that kind of grace to you any longer, though. We're too far thinned fighting the undead. If you do wish to help, then please, we request it of you, as we have. I can't make any guarantees of assistance from our side, though. It's a fight for the death now. And we want Fairweather to survive. For us to do that, though, we need to be focused on our own efforts.
Getting the Gruts together can only benefit you in the long run.
As Frecule says this, Olymp kind of like parts the traveler's cloak a little bit and shows off the cape of the Ratfink. A trophy from one of our kills, a sign of a small victory over our foe.
And as that happens, I have the staff out. I should have the staff out. I'm gonna show him the staff. The staff was a good resemblance of Red Skill as well.
Our intelligence had said that Herinskill hadn't been around. So you're responsible for that, then?
Yes, we are the Gruts.
Then you have my eternal thanks. If that's two of the lieutenants that you've taken down, then it's no wonder he's doubling down with his efforts to infiltrate the city with his undead. I can only imagine that there are more lieutenants out there.
We have reason to believe. Can I roll a history check? All right, so I think we know for a fact that there are 7 lieutenants. Can I pair that with a history check to kind of meta correct myself
You
if
can
I'm
pair it with a history check, yes.
okay? Gotta love my -1. Oh, yo.
Wow.
Hey. There are 6 lieutenants.
We have reason to believe there was a total of 6. They were twisted disciples of the Chamberlain.
2 down and 4 to go. I may be able to divert some of my elites to gathering intelligence, but that's the best that I can offer you. My forces are no match for any of the undead. Truly. Even the elites struggle against some of their stronger creations.
Any help is better than no help.
The only other thing I can offer you is that I can send word to the rest of my guards. Let them know that you are no longer captured on sight.
That would be most obliged. As he's saying that, Olymp thinks to Frecule. Frecule, can you leave the guard captain a message? An image? Do you happen to have prestidigitation?
No, I do not.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have any clever spellcaster cantrippy way to...
No.
I'm so fucking dumb. As I'm saying that to the guard captain, I will telepathically say to him, when we later meet, we will speak more of it. The king is alive. The king's father is alive.
He just looks at you and nods. I recommend that you find safe harbor, recover from your wounds. Find the rest of these lieutenants and destroy them. We will try to stem the tide of the undead. But that's the best I can offer. Please, help Fairweather.
The Gruts, still holding his sides, will help Fairweather. We are very powerful. And we'll go now. Good guard, Captain. Oh.
He waves you away with the guards, and you find yourselves escorted outside of the castle proper into the main entryway.
Where do you want to go to, Frick? Where should be our heading?
I'm definitely out of here towards definitely not the Arcanery, right?
Wouldn't make any sense.
Um,
I would say maybe through the park towards the sewers, but that's just
what isn't Vornak still our ally, right?
yeah. It wouldn't make sense to go to Vornak. I don't know, Frecule. I am eager to reunite the clan. You think we should go to that the orc chieftain? That was this Vornak, right?
Yeah, the scummy orc. I hate to say it, but he could offer assistance. He is a very powerful man, or orc, should I say?
He may proffer us rewards. He was tied to the deed, the hunt that we just finished, was he not?
Oh, I,
Regardless, we can go there and show him trophies and boast of our might. This is something I am always ready for.
yeah, the what was the shapeshifter? He was supposed to do something for him.
Oh, fucking right. No, that was yeah. No, that was last dungeon crawl. I don't remember. I think no.
We talked about it when we were talking to him and Docklin.
Jacques
And
Valtrad was going
yeah,
to attempt to gather intelligence about various different undeath sightings that were happening around the city. However, it's been made clear to just about all of you now that from when you were transported to now when you have returned, that it hasn't been a few hours, a few days, but a few weeks. The situation has developed tremendously. And there, we will take a break, come back in about 10 minutes,
Alrighty.
and get into some more of this wonderful little exposition.
All
yeah,
right.
it's very good so far.
Paul, you're so handsome. You're a very handsome man.
Bite me.
It's you got that good lighting, man. That's what it is. You got that movie, you got that that porno lighting, man. Make your schlong look big.
You're an idiot. Hmm.
Mitch, I gotta hand it to you. You really are a fantastic DM, my friend.
You caught me with a mouthful of pie. Thank you. OMP pass multiple braziers on your way through the catacombs of the castle. And the urge to dip your weapons was strong.
It's weird. The one statue looked kind of out of place. It was like some sort of barbarian with a bunch of coats on. I don't know.
Honestly, for early levels, dipping weapons like that is a great mechanic because you're
Yeah,
only going to be hitting for a few damage each turn anyway. Getting 3 turns with 1d4 is huge. That's
right.
always going to be more damage than just a single turn of taking a weapon attack.
And thinking, and also what I like that it encourages like environmental play. You know what I mean? Like that's why I like cover too, 3/4 cover, stuff like that, because it's like, all right, I'm really seeing my surroundings right now or whatever.
Oh my god, she was in front of the camera for more than 2 seconds.
Mrs. Tree, Mrs. Tree.
Y'all gonna make her turn red.
Don't worry, we all have.
Right now, I think not Zelfir, but Zarimus, Paul's other character, that has the player who blushed the most red at any point record, I think, currently. So you'd
Oh,
have to.
you
Blush
that
pretty
that
hard.
that adventure was kind of a sham, but that character is by far right here.
Who's Zormus?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there was something special about a lot of the characters that campaign.
Uh-huh.
I just wish we had had a better
Yes.
DM to facilitate it.
Absolutely. I think all the character. I mean, I don't know. Just holds a special place for me.
Tree's gonna have to DM one where we get to replay those characters.
I'd
I
be
don't know
willing
where
to
you
dust Zurimus off for a one-off or something.
I re-updated Hagi's trident to what it was supposed to be before Kyle started going, nah, you can't do that, nah, you can't do that, nah, you can't do that.
You
And
gave
it's back
yourself
to actually legendary quality.
the dream car.
No, I mean it's back to what it was when I first made it, which was 1d6 rolls for each gem that's in it. He just wanted straight damage because if I ever crit with that thing, especially as an orc,
Yeah.
cool baby.
66. I mean, it would be different. He could have balanced it. I mean, not to get too sidetracked, but if I was a DM and a
Still got 2
player
minutes.
wanted that setup so badly, I would just write something in the magic item wherein if you crit, the crit happens, but you can't multi-attack or something. Because you had 2 or 3 attacks, right?
I had 2 attacks because I was a barbarian.
Yeah,
But
I would just be like, all right, if the
even
crit,
more
crit
so,
happens,
make it retributive.
yeah,
You
oh,
crit,
yeah,
you're channeling a massive amount of energy through the thing. They're just normal gems. When
right.
you crit, one of the gems breaks.
Making it, yeah. There's so many ways you could balance. Yeah. Zephyr, you were asking those good questions during your turn. That was like good info.
Mm-hmm.
Zelfir and
Real,
Nesker. How you doing? Some great questions.
real quick, did anybody take a look at Nesker's level 9 for Null?
I have not yet.
I did, and you're a god. Like that's one of the reasons I say like you're a very good DM. You should go look at his Knoll. My man Poppa made that
I'm
item.
proud of that one.
You should be. You really should be. Because it's proof of concept. You could do any table-based thing right now. Like you could basically you've done at this point, I think, almost any sort of effect that I'm aware of.
Yes. Oh no, that's Daddy's too.
I just wish D&D Beyond was better about supporting custom things like this. I know it's supposed to be just a character sheet, but there's so many different settings that they could very easily enable for use.
Well, shit. Maybe one day Anthony, Paul, and I'll make a better one, man.
I really before the end of the summer here, we need to get together. We have to, like, no doubt about it. Get together, enjoy a night of.
Frecule, you were the first Anthony there. We're close enough now. I got you on that first name.
All right. First name basis. I'm moving up on the ladder.
Do Python, because you was asking me before, man. Honestly, like do
C++.
Python for like three. Well, I say, well, yeah, or Java, but do Python for like 2 months, 3 months, just to get your dick wet and like the thinking, and then but don't master it. Master C++ or Java.
Be the weirdo that starts with C#.
C#
Even
is
C
not
sharp.
bad either. Yeah,
Still
no,
got
C#.
money.
Dude, when I was in school, that's what they made us start was with C#. I hated
Yeah.
that shit.
Actually,
Just changed some of the syntax, and it was a little weird compared to other iterations.
The funny thing is it was said that C++ was harder to learn than C#. I did not find that to be the case. I found it to be the case that C# was a little more rough than C++. The only thing to get used to in C++ is the pointers. That's probably the hardest thing to understand.
All right, so everybody's back. We've finished with the main party. Aaron, if you're up to doing a quick little something, I'm thinking maybe just character intro. If you're comfortable going further than that, we can do the little RP bit. If you're not comfortable with anything, that's okay. Please feel free to listen along, get to know us a little better. But just let us know what you'd like to do.
Hold on a sec.
Speech.
Or even some skill checks, man. Those clicky clackies.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm mute.
Nesker, you're falling asleep, brother.
Nesker's always falling asleep.
Yeah, I always am. It's if I get like if I'm like relaxed enough, I'm like, I could sleep right now. And that's why like I play games that don't make me like that keep me on edge. Like as far as like being scared about dying or something like that. That's why I play a
Tarkov?
fuck ton. Yeah, that's why I play a fuck ton of Tarkov. Because I'm always worried about dying, so I can never get tired. But if I'm like finally relaxed enough to play something, I eventually just get tired.
Did you hit double-digit extraction percentage yet?
I'm sitting at 75 right now. This wipe has been going decently well. The only thing I'm not the biggest fan of is whenever I run customs quests, I shit you not, I always run into those fucking rogue bosses, bro, and they're always sitting at Crack House, and they're like, oh, let me go check Intel spawn, and I see fucking what is it Hawkeye or Bird Eye? It's Bird Eye. And I see him book it down from second story down the metal stairs, and I see Knight and fucking Big Pipe fucking little at me. I'm like, God damn it! I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. I just want Intel for Intel Center too. Piece of shit. Because on the flea market, they're going for like 180 or 200K right now. Also, I'm getting back into New World, so there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, New World.
New world.
I have to
Dude,
catch you
Craig,
guys when
you know all that 590 plus gear that you have across all those storages? Yeah, log back in. You can get really good use out of it just salvaging it now.
I literally, you have no idea how much. I have 5 storage banks filled with 595 plus gear. I'm way beyond keeping 590. 595 and above is
Yeah, anything
Shit, other
590
bit.
and above has a high chance of salvaging into a perfect salvage, which you can
Mm,
use that to up your professions or up your territory standing, make things.
yeah.
that's pretty enticing. I could have 300 fishing sitting there maybe.
All right, I think she wants to just do the introduction.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's fine.
nice.
So just tell us a little about your character, a little history for her. So that will help me work her into the world a little bit and introduce to the party when we get to that point. And you don't need to know anything about the world of D&D. Just make it your character however you want. We can work with anything here. I mean, hell, just look at a limp.
Yes.
Just look at Anthony.
She wasn't talking.
Seeing the nervous hands. It's okay to be nervous, but you don't need to be. We're all friendly people. This is a safe space.
You okay?
Y'all got me sweating in my own house. Oh God.
That's freaking sick.
Do you want me to give you a little lead in? Would that help?
Papa's good at setting the tone.
Yeah.
Yes, please leave her.
All right. So Erin is going to be playing Caitlin White. She pronouns she her.
Yes.
Okay. So Caitlin is a human ranger rogue, a bit of a intelligence operative, I guess you could say. Um, likes to fight bad guys, as it was described to me. And she is very, very skilled at getting around undetected and taking advantage of her adversaries when they least expect it.
Does
Alright,
Caitlin also shoot deer and
I'm here. I
stuff?
swear.
No, I've never shot a deer before.
Olymp, we will have to
And
show
see
her
her
the
better
ways
though.
of the hunt.
Yes, to the hunt.
I mean, I don't know, guys. She has a bit more of an undead kill count than you do at this point, seeing as she's been
Oh.
fighting the undead pretty proficiently for the past few weeks since you've been gone. But Aaron, go ahead, take it away. Let's give her a second, guys. All right, Aaron, if you're not comfortable, really, it's
understand.
okay. We can move on.
Yeah. We understand completely, believe me. It's like when you had to stand up in college to read a report in front of everybody.
That's why
Oh
I'm so
god.
quiet.
I could
I'm
never
still
do
getting
it.
used to it.
That's cool. So you were killing undead for that week though. How many undead do you think you killed?
Excuse me, excuse me.
How dare you, Kit Kat?
Got a hairball.
6 points from Glamour School.
You imagine the hairballs of a tabaxi? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh
I'd
my
rather not.
They're pretty vile.
Kit Kat gets on a monologue for a second, and then all of a sudden, right in the middle of it,
Oh no.
A bardic sonnet, and then it's just like
Oh shit.
Wasn't
All right,
that I think
so
one of the oh shit, go ahead.
we'll move on and come back a little bit later, maybe. So, Kit Kat and Saphira, you have properly covered Saphira, shielding her from the sun's rays, and now you are trying to, correct me if I'm wrong, find your way through Fairweather.
Right.
Correct. Kit Kat, maybe they would go to the park. I don't know, but it seems like we usually end up there.
I know. I'm not really sure. I was thinking of a mutual place where we used to meet up, like the Argyle Rooster. That is that where we slept?
Oh yes, that would also be a good idea. Um, sorry, not saying this in voice, but Saphira is notably like social distancing from Kit Kat at this point in
Okay.
order to not try to, give in to the hunger. You smell delicious.
I
No
have been told I'm
PBRs.
quite tasty.
Maybe we can find some bad guys that I can munch on.
So, Saphira and
All
Kit
right,
Kat, you
Venom.
guys are pretty familiar with this portion of the Elvish district. Um, and no perception roll needed, as with what Zelfir saw, even though your characters don't know this. When you get into, or as you're leaving the Tiefling district from Suture's Boot, you can see that there's almost a divide from the river where there was once lots of different races intermingling in Fairweather. Now that you're in the Elvis district, it's mostly just elves around you. There's very few humans, orcs, or dwarves that you can see, not like it used to be. Um, but the roads still look the same. Guards seem to be giving you little glances, unsure of who exactly you are, but none actually approaching you currently.
Okay.
Okay, Kat, to your question earlier about diamonds, you would remember that there is a jeweler's shop slightly ahead down the alley.
Right.
I'd like to try to find a potion shop as well, not the arcanery.
Um. Okay, it's curious. Are the shops open? He's looking around because
It's
all the
midday, yes. Shops are open and
oh,
business is happening.
even with the undead happening, they're still happening. Okay.
Roll perception.
Oh, I did it at advantage, so.
That's fine.
Oh, I got a nat 20. That was my first roll, so.
Uh,
I don't know how that works actually.
I mean, we're gonna even it out to right in the middle, and
All
it's
right.
more than enough.
Thank
While
you.
you've heard people kind of hum-hawing about the undead around Fairweather, you haven't seen any, and it doesn't seem like there's any real a justifiable threat in your surroundings. Everyone seems to be going about their day in a normal fashion.
All right. Fear, I'm just going to the diamond shop or the jeweler.
Okay.
You can either wait out here, I don't know how, and find something to eat that can hold you over your hunger. Find a bigger animal.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna find anything bigger that I'd want to eat in the city because I think that would be it like a cat or dog.
Or a mouse, or a rat. What did you eat before? Wasn't that smaller? I'm sorry, I don't remember. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it was like kind of like a gerbil or something.
Yeah.
You said, Papa?
A vole.
I know somebody who
A
likes
vole.
gerbils.
So, Kika, you do manage to make it to the jeweler shop, and when you happen inside, you see a very beautiful elf standing behind the counter. She approaches you, coming out from behind the counter, and says, "Oh, that is the most magnificent coat I've ever seen. Wherever did you find it?"
Oh, thank you, beautiful lady. I got it
She is
from
sexy.
oh God, where did I get that? I got it off a dead person, most likely.
D- oh, well, I assume you cleaned it quite well.
Oh, of
Spassi
course.
do keep themselves very well.
Yes.
Oh, but well, what can I do for you in my shop? Do you need some beautiful jewels to accompany your beautiful coat, or can I interest you in some uh, arcane displays? We do have some. I'm afraid not many due to recent events. Much of our magical stock has been procured by the city, but we do have a few small items left.
Well, I'm preparing for some spells I may be acquiring soon. Um, and I believe I need.
Some components for
Yes.
spells. I see. Yes, we do have a few things here. If you follow me, and she brings you over to a little corner display case that has gems strewn all about in it. Some very small, some very large. Little pouches labeled as gem dust or ground versions of very precious rocks.
Mhm.
She says, "Is there anything that catches your fancy in particular?"
I'm looking for some diamond dust. Looking for some diamond dust. Meow.
Diamond dust. Oh, powerful magics with diamond dust. Yeah.
Yes.
Specifically, are you looking for your identify spell?
Um. Oh gosh, yeah. Shoot, I'm looking for both identify, and I don't have it yet because we haven't leveled up. But I know in my
Gotcha.
mind as a bard that that's something I'm gonna learn eventually. Greater restoration. That.
So the diamond dust, she has pouches ranging from 20 gold pieces all the way up to 5,000 gold pieces
All
of
right.
various different sizes.
I need diamond dust worth at least 100. And what was the um what is that identify? What does that require exactly?
A
Yeah,
pearl of at least 100 GP.
right.
And is that does not consume when
The pearl
used,
is not
right?
consumed, no.
All right. And you said the pearl is range from what? I'm sorry. How much?
Pearl of 100 gold or more.
I'm looking for a pearl of 100 gold, or 100 gold would be sufficient.
Oh, well,
It's about
pearls of
as
such
far as
quality are very rare, but you've come to just the right spot, I think. Um, how much of this diamond dust do you think you'll be needing?
um oh boy, let's see how much money do I have. Uh
Clang clang of 672.
okay, so for the moment perhaps only 3 pouches,
Ah, yes,
or
that's a
maybe four,
sizable
four,
purchase.
four
A
pouches.
sizable
Yeah,
purchase,
yeah.
indeed. Yes. Please come this way. And she grabs one of the larger pouches, bringing it over to the main display case, where she also pulls out a locked jewel case. She brings some scales over and puts finely calibrated weights onto one side and then slowly measures out onto a piece of wax paper the diamond dust onto the other. Oh, more pets in frame. Look at the pupper.
Oh, he's a good boy, oh.
Aw.
Aw, kitty puppy.
That was a cute still for a second too.
Aw.
This-
He did pose. He's like,
Yeah. It's like, oh, pay attention. Uh,
right. Freckle,
So,
he loves his mom. He's not that up on you, man. What's going on?
she begins to very slowly pour out little bits of powder with one hand, and with the other, you see her do a little gesture with her hand, and you hear the clicking of the lock on the case. And she says, "Please peruse at your pleasure. Any pearl that you find, I'll happy to procure for you."
It looks around and he's actually looking for the most perfect pearl worth 100 gold pieces. It must be very pearly-escent,
Very
shiny.
pleasant indeed.
Um, no defects. Hopefully that one would. It will probably be a small pearl because at 100 with no defects.
So roll me a luck check.
Oh boy.
As you're looking through, you see that there's are dozens upon dozens of pearls in this case. They're laid on top of each other. They are not separated out. However, you can see that they roll over each other almost like silk, over rolling and sliding to the side. And as you dig your claws through, you happen upon one pearl that really catches your eye. While all the others are an alabaster white, very clear and shiny, this one has a different hue to it. It's almost as if it's absorbing the light from around the rest. You pull it out of the case, holding it between three of your claws, inspecting it. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Not my strongest, but we'll do it. Oh, I did a bandage again. God damn it. So, yeah.
That's fine.
Well,
18, straight
that's
up.
there we go. Beautiful.
Uh,
This one is mighty beautiful.
the attendant finishes pouring the diamond dust, and you see her taking with her very fine nails little individual grains of the dust back into the sack until she gets exactly perfectly balanced on 400 GPs worth of diamond dust. She takes it and pours it into a fine silk sack. What color would you like the sack?
Um, I would like it to match my outfit, the pink and the green and yellow, if that's possible.
So before she can start pouring it, she looks you over, looking at your garb again, and she raises a finger, waggling a little bit. No, no, we can't put it in just any pouch. And she reaches behind the counter and produces an almost opalescent fabric pouch and pours the diamond dust into it. I can tell that you're going to be one of my better customers. And she places the pouch on the display case. Uh, then looking at the pearl that you've chosen, she looks back up at you and says, "Oh, you do have an eye for the exquisite, don't you? Well, that pearl itself is 150, I'm afraid. But you are making a rather sizable purchase. I suppose I can be persuaded."
Oh boy. Uh, Kit says it will be put to great use and it will be to help Fairweather of this terrible disease, the infectious undead that are infecting us.
You almost see
And
her
he winks.
nose kind of start sniffing at you like you've seen other wild animals do previously. And she says, "Yes, I can smell a bit of the undeath on you. You do fight against them, don't you? Well, you
Kit,
do the good for Fairweather then. Yes, I suppose I can part with it for 100. So that'll be 600 total. Or 500. I'm sorry, I don't know where my mind's gone to these days.
Kit winks again. It might be me.
Oh, you are a coy one, aren't you? Yes, I look forward to seeing you again. I do hope you have a wonderful day.
You too, my lady.
great success against these terrible undead fiends.
Thank you for your help and your generous fees. Alright,
My pleasure.
removing 500 gold pieces. Yeah, there we go. Kit happily hands over the 500. And when he hands her the gold pieces, he kind of tickles her palm after,
You see a little blush come across her cheeks.
No, I just need to find an owl feather. That's on his journey. He's looking for an owl feather on the ground.
Give me a luck check at disadvantage. Wait, what do you need the owl feather for?
I think for identify, it said pearl and then owl feather.
So there's no cost associated with the material, so your spellcasting focus can
Oh, okay.
it
Just
fills in
pearl.
for it.
Just okay. Gotcha.
It's just if you don't have a spellcasting focus, you need those material components.
Ah, okay.
The caveat is if it has a gold value assigned to it, even if it's 1 gold, your focus
Right.
cannot stand in for it.
Right. All right.
So Kit Kat has procured her material, or his material, sorry.
It's all right.
Saphira, I'm sorry, what were you doing in this time?
Looking for a large rat.
Large rat. Well, it is a city. You are in the Elvish district, though. So give me a investigation. As you go through the back alleys, closer and closer to the river, you can see the telltale signs that there are some vermin that have been coming through this way. And as you round the corner, you do manage to see a rat just coming out of the river, trying to duck into one of the alleys. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoot it with the bow.
So give me an attack roll. Beautiful. The arrow hitting it squarely, but the blood is now gushing out of it very, very quickly.
I'm gonna run and grab it and
Suck the rat.
drink the blood.
Between the vole and the voles and this rat, you have now sufficiently sated your bloodthirst for the day.
So I'm no longer gonna be wanting to munch on my friends.
For now.
Okay.
For now.
Kit Kat, with your ears, even with the hustle and bustle, you would have heard the very distinct sound of a bowstring snap.
Yeah. Kit smirks.
I would also like to try to find a potion shop over here too.
Potion master, I require your strongest potions. Give me a luck check and a survival check. That luck check wasn't very good, but with a survival check, you do know that the Arcanery had quite a few potions in stock.
No. I'm not going in there.
In your brief exploration around the Elvish district, you have not seen any other potion shops.
Well, then I'll wait till we're in a different district.
All right. Shall we? Kit goes and finds Saphira. Did you have your fill, Saphira?
Yes.
Good, good. I think I remember my way back to the Argyle Rooster. And I don't know if we can get through here. So.
You would, yes. It's in the Dwarvish districts.
Why? Just remind me, why is Saphira not wanting to go to the arcanery?
That's
Do I
where all
know?
bad shit started happening.
Oh,
Yeah, isn't
okay.
that where the guy kidnapped us? And yeah.
Yes, you were all charmed quite effectively.
Oh,
we
yeah,
never
yeah.
we never killed him, did we? Like he
I
just
certainly hope you killed him because Kit Kat is currently wearing his eyes.
okay, okay, okay.
Oh, jeez.
After
So
you
then
shot them
he's
out,
gone, right? So somebody else would be in the arcanery? Well, we would hope. But I guess it don't
you don't
matter.
know, you haven't been there.
Yeah,
Actually, remembering that we killed him, do I have to roll a history to remember that or anything?
No.
Okay. I want to go back in there.
okay.
Free shit, maybe, man.
Just rob that fucking place
I know
clean.
he might not be in there.
The shopkeeper has a
So
bucket on his head.
hold right there.
Oh, shit.
As you are approaching the arcanery, things turn almost dire around you. Where there was life outside of this city block, as you come closer and closer to the arcanery, you can see that there's been nothing but death and undeath in this area. The air begins to smell more and more of the stench of death as you come closer to the arcanery. You can see blood spattered on the walls and scratch and claw marks all over the cobblestone and construction around you. And you see that there are em- battle emplacements put up facing the arcanery, almost as if they are trying to defend from anything that is coming from within.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I think my initial instinct was right. Let's just find a potion shop somewhere else.
Yeah, I think the rooster is this way. So, yeah. What's
Run
this blue?
away!
This is water? This blue line here? Or what is that?
No, that's the divider between the districts.
Oh. Can we get through these? I can't tell. Oh,
This is Saphira right now.
here's the arcanery.
I'm not even. I can't. I have an ad for
Jesus
Chamberlain
Christ, Mitch.
University.
I love that filter too. Such a fucking goofy ass
Yes,
filter.
Saphira, you would remember this as Pip Pip's Arcanery. I believe it's the first time most of you encountered a Pip Pip.
I'm gonna go into
Isn't that where one of
Quips.
them? Isn't that where Kit got her loot?
No, that was
Nope.
the other. That was
That
the
was the one
other
that was
place.
near the square,
That's
right?
in the park. That's in the
Yeah,
park.
yeah,
With
yeah.
the
Okay, I
squirrels
remember
and the
now.
trees.
It's
The
been a minute.
squirrels
It's
and the
been a
trees.
minute.
It was a long time ago. It was.
Shit, it's almost been a year.
It's actually been a year.
Is it
July
really?
10th was our
Has it?
anniversary. July 10th.
Holy
Yep.
hell.
Holy
I know. I
fuck!
was looking
That's
up and I was like,
crazy.
"Oh shit, we reached our year."
That's crazy.
Well, happy late anniversary, Mitch. You're a great
Yeah,
DM.
happy anniversary.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Happy,
I almost
happy,
forgot to
happy.
mention it, and see,
All right, well, this may look familiar. It's the only Arcanery I have available at the moment. I don't know what happened to Pip Pips.
oh no.
Oh no.
I think Zelfir was in here though, right? Zelfir came in here.
No, he went
Oh, I
to
don't.
the not Bentooth Barn, Rockale Brewery.
Ah.
Yeah, see fucking Vornak or whatever his name is.
Oh no, I meant prior, like a long time ago. I thought he came into that arcanery at some point of our life in the game.
Probably.
He did, yes. Tried to buy spell scrolls with 2
Mhm.
gold.
Eh,
Was he sick though? Oh, I forgot.
All right, everybody should be able to see now.
I'm not blind.
I can see. I'm going blind.
Actually, Kim, that showed up on my playlist the other day. I was super happy when I heard it.
Yeah, it's a good.
Mm.
I do like this.
If they ever come to New York again, I don't care how much I have to pay for a fucking ticket. I'm getting it.
Oh, they were great. Absolutely awesome live.
Last time I saw them was at the.
Welcome to Pip's Arcanery. What can I do for you fine folk?
I need some healing potions, sir.
Oh,
Big.
healing potions. That's a tall order in this day and age.
Hmm.
With all the undead about, well, it's become kind of hard to find some.
Zelfir gets a shiver up his spine. He feels that somebody is near a put pip.
But, well, you look like good folk. I think I can spare a few for you. How many were you looking for?
I don't know, like 4 or 5 of the really good ones.
Good ones. Well, I think I can spare one of those. The city has an order in, you know. But a standard healing potion, I could spare you maybe 6.
You got a deal. One good one, standard.
All right. Well, the 6 ones will set you back. Well, you're buying in a bit of a lot, so we'll say 200 gold for the 6, and the big one, I'll need about 3,000 gold for that one.
Do you have any in between ones?
Oh, fresh out, I'm afraid.
Okay, I'll just take the 6 standard ones. Wait, you said that was 300?
Oh, yes, 300.
I keep accidentally adding money.
She's printing coins. Oh, I need you on my payroll.
Inflation.
That's what Zelfir's cup does.
Is there
Oh.
anything else I can help you with, or was it just the potions? We do have some spell scrolls, some protection from good and evil, keep these monsters at bay.
I have a friend that has a condition. You got any cure for being like allergic to the sun?
I've never quite heard anything like that, but I suppose. Hmm. Yes,
Sorry, I didn't mean to mute.
if you cast darkness, well, that would work. Let me see if I have a scroll.
Darn.
No need, sir. I know that spell. I just hadn't thought of it.
Yes, here it is. Perfect. What, you can already cast. Then why were you asking?
I had forgotten about it. Sorry, I was a little worked up.
You are a strange tiefling, aren't you? A little pale. I think you need to get more sun.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
And you, oh, a tabaxi, I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Is there anything I can get for you, young man?
I think I'm good for now. What pip are you?
What
An
do you mean, what
ass.
put Pip and I?
Oh, well, what is your name, good sir?
I am Francois Putbit. I run this arcanery, have for quite a while.
It says, nice to meet you, Fairweather, and he introduces himself as the bard. The Gruts
Oh, Bart, I love
bard.
Bart. What kind of music do you play?
A death metal.
Fitting
No,
for
I
these
play.
times.
Yeah, that's why I said it. But he also says, and I play others, depending on the situation, Fairweather.
Hopefully one day I can hear one of your little ditties.
Yeah, I acquired a beautiful lyre from someone who looks Similar to you, my friend.
Is it that lyre that you have on your hip there?
It sure is. And he
Beautiful craftsmanship, and I can
shows
see the magics flowing within it.
I can feel it. Hard to explain.
I have to get the order together for the guards when they come by. If there's nothing else I can do for you, I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too. Kid toodaloos. Toodaloo.
Bye, Fartzvia.
Have a wonderfully magical day.
You know, he's objectively a nice person, Zelfir.
I know. You just gotta get over it.
I
You know?
think
That's why he hates him so much.
Yeah.
like a Pwipwit has saved our lives like 3 times,
Yes.
I think.
I think he just hates
So-
the concept they keep duplicating.
Are Kit Kat and Saphira going straight to the rooster from here?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. You pass by the brewery, and we'll head over to Zelfir since he's right here. Zelfir, you are in the Rock Ale Brewery. Let's get
All
you
right,
over.
can I have another?
You cut out, but I think you were drunk.
I can guess.
Seems my companions have left me.
Oh, Zelfir was the last one here.
Guys, I
With
feel
Ilya,
we're
apparently.
This is a reoccurring thing.
Zelfir, as you enter the brewery, all eyes turn to you, and there are many glares and scowls.
What are you all looking at?
Oh, it's not likely that an elf comes round here often anymore.
I've been in here a fair few times.
Yeah, we know you're Zelfir, but we thought you'd been over with your elf folk.
I have no elf folk.
All the same.
Barmaid,
that-
beer.
Azil Fisherbend, the keeper of the tavern, comes over and sits down at the table with you with your usual order.
Thank you,
Hi,
Azil.
Zelfir. It's been a good long while. How you been?
Not great.
Are you attempting to drink the beer?
Huh?
Are you attempting to drink the beer?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So as
Like
the
it's
beer
pouring
touches
down my
your
chest.
lips, exactly that. As the beer touches your lips and you attempt to take a swig of it, the entire contents of the mug turn to dust and ash.
God stem.
Zelfia, what are you doing to my ale? It's a fresh batch.
Zelfir out of nowhere. Hold on. Let me find it first.
I forgot about that. Yeah. We're fucked.
Zelfir without a drink, yeah, you're fucked.
Be nice.
Yeah, you
be
mean
nice, be
Saphira.
nice.
It's all like ash and dust in our mouth.
Nope, just Zelfir. Saphira can't eat it, and I mean, you're you.
Zelfir just out of nowhere cast where the hell did it go? I just forget the name of it. Remove curse.
On
Me. On self.
So you're touching yourself.
I touched myself. The jocularity.
so yes, by all accounts, what you are experiencing feels like a curse, and your arcane mind boggles to think of a way to get rid of it. And you have this
Oh no.
the hell is it called? Firebolt moment. And suddenly, magic sprouts from your amulet and encompasses you. And as you feel its restorative energies wash over you, nothing changes.
Well, this is just fucking great.
Zafir, what are you talking about? What's happened to you?
I'm not sure what has happened. Just that everything I taste turns to ash.
Huh? Are you cursed?
I suppose you could call it that.
Gods.
Do you
Then what
know
are you doing
anything of
here?
these things?
No. My sister was a priest. She helped a few that were cursed, but not my area of expertise.
Hmm.
Maybe I can get you a meat pie. At least get you something that way.
Can
She
you
pops into the
imbibe it
back.
with some beer?
Coming back and puts down a meat pie on the table in front of you.
I'm a fair bit hungry.
How's the meat pie taste, Selfir?
I love the meat pie.
Like ash,
Oh,
right?
meat pie.
Again, as soon as you go to take your
Yeah.
first bite of it, it crumbles in your hand
Yeah.
and mouth into ash and dust.
Oh, man.
That's the
This
fat
would
guy's
be
worst
hell.
nightmare.
This would be I think for anybody like that would
Zelfir takes both of his arms and just wipes everything off the table and just goes into a fucking blind rage.
I didn't
Oh,
know you
Jesus.
took a point in Barbarian. Zafir, it's okay. We can figure something out.
What can we figure out? Doesn't seem that any magics will get rid of it.
I don't know. But now's not the time for such outbursts with everything that's going on. Well, maybe you should go see the priestesses. Maybe they can help you.
Hold on. I came across this mug. It seems to have some strange draw to it for me. Maybe fill it with
You,
some ale and see
if
what
you want to
happens.
retcon it, you would have been able to ritualistically cast Identify on it on your way to the Argyle Roaster. It would have taken you about that amount of time to get there.
I like it better this way.
All right. She sighs and takes the mug. It's smaller than the usual steins that they use, being dwarves. She goes over, fills it so that the foam has arced over the side of it. And when she places it down, there's a distinct thud of metal against wood.
Now, that looks like a mug of beer.
Again, fresh delivery, fresh made. Hopefully, this one doesn't turn to ash. Shame to waste it.
I'll pay.
As you
Zelfir lifts
begin to
them.
take, as you begin to take the swig, you think that you're getting your first wonderful, cool, refreshing, uh, carbonated mouthful when, again, as it hits your throat, it turns to ash, nearly choking you.
Poppa.
Oh,
Can't even let a man have his beer, man.
This is
That's
a curveball.
This shit is unbearable. Do you know anyone, Azil?
Best I could say is search out the priestesses. As I said, they've been helping some people been cursed. Helped a few that were scratched by those undead avoid a terrible fate.
I don't believe this came from a scratch.
It's the best I can think of.
Where are these priestesses?
You'll find them at the temple. Uh, Forgive me, guys. Who's the main dwarf god? Starts with an M.
Oh, it was Mark's god.
I can't
Margit
think of
from
it.
Elden Ring?
No, Mark from Storm King's Thunder.
No.
It is
Moradin.
Yeah, it's
I was
like
You'll
being a
find them
smartass.
at the Temple of Moradin.
Mordan. Yeah.
Apparently, Mercule can't help me.
You'll find the temple on the western side of the city, just next to the wall.
Zelfir, who did you say there?
Or
Mercule.
eastern side of
Mercule.
the city, sorry.
Mercule?
Yeah, he's the god that I pray to or worship.
Get off my fucking screen, you cocksucker.
You tell
Alright
it.
then.
That was random as hell.
There's a fucking bug just chilling.
Yeah. We get
I was
that.
like, oh, my monitor's dirty, and I saw it move. I'm like, wait a fucking second.
Is there
So
any
yeah, she tells you that they. Oh, go ahead.
is there any way I can possibly figure out what it is that ails me?
Yes.
It was an easy answer, right?
Well, yeah, easy answer, but what I mean is something I can personally do.
Yes.
Well, fuck.
RTFM.
Read the fucking manual.
I know, I hate it sometimes. But if I did that, I would have cast sleep. I would not have cast sleep that one time.
You meditate for like 4 hours a day where you're like super inside your own psyche too.
Well, so that was kind of what I was thinking, but with, I mean, I can also. Zolfir is going to kind of sort of meditate on himself with a medicine check to see if he can delve inside his body to figure out what's actually going on.
So I'm not going to have that be a medicine check. Actually, I'm going to have that be a combination of insight and survival.
Son of a bitch.
The best you know is what you've already been able to deduce and have been told, that the stones that you touched changed you somehow. And that since that experience, things about you have been changing.
Zelfir storms out without even looking back at Azil and heads to the temple.
As you exit the brewery, you see a very colorful tabaxi and an ashen robed tiefling passing in front of the brewery.
Oh, well, you didn't leave me.
We would never leave you. Some dude transported us. Not together, unfortunately.
Well, I didn't say so before, but I'm telling you now. I've got some strange things going on with me. Every time I drink, it goes to ash in my mouth. When I eat, same. Does anybody else experience these?
Not exactly the same, but I might want to take a bite out of you and my other friends.
What do you think I am, a chicken?
No, that's the problem.
It's been craving our blood, Zephyr.
It has been suggested to me that we head to the temple and find out if we can do anything there.
Well, I guess I'll accompany you.
I
Zephyr
guess I'll go as
joins
well.
Kit
We're going
Kat
to the temple
and
now.
Saphira, and we start heading off to wherever the temple may be.
Highlighted on the eastern wall by one of the turrets. And we'll come back to you guys momentarily. So, Freckle and Olymp.
We were deciding where we were going to go.
Unless you had, I was kind of following you. I thought we were going to Vornax, but if you want to go to someplace else,
I would Freckle wouldn't know much about the city while living on the farm, correct? I wouldn't
You'd
think.
know more of the Halfling district because that's where you spent a majority of your time. You came into the town every once in a while for supply runs, but it was usually just to Vichy's Bazaar and then back out to the farm. You didn't do a whole lot of exploring.
Okay.
So for you guys, the locations that you would really know well enough to go to are the sewers, the Bent Tooth Barn, Vichy's Bazaar, the Argyle Rooster, the Rock Ale Brewery, the Pen, and Suture's Boot.
I would have said, go back to the sewer, our main hideaway, Freckle, and wait for our allies to run to meet us there. It seems like the sensible thing, as far as getting together as quickly as possible. But if you think there's a wiser place to go, I shall follow.
I mean, we could check the sewers first to see if anybody's there, and then we can go out and try and find them as well. Because they could have went back to the sewers as well. They could have the same, logic as you. They could have went there and waited.
I bet you Zephyr is there now, playing some sort of boyish prank.
We can only way to find out is go look.
If there is something wrong with my bedroll, so help me, Freckle.
I think you've done worse to your own bedroll.
That is with intent, though, and it is my bedroll.
Oh, let's go.
So you exit the castle proper, making your way through the park, beelining it to the sewers, thinking that maybe your friends will be there. And as you enter the sewers, the smell is oh so familiar to you. You're able to make your way through to your little common area there where you had been set up for stay. Noticeably absent are the champions of Fairweather and any other guards. It appears that the sewers have been all but abandoned.
Strange.
Nesker, you are hearing voices other than Thane and your own for the first time since you've awoken.
my vision's still on the outer map, but yeah, I guess I would be going towards kind of where Nesker is, that was right near where our rooms were as well.
Yeah, we're already there. We're just like I want to look for some, we did have. Is that beer? Didn't we have a beer keg here or something like that? Ale keg.
You were set up with provisions, yes. However, as you went through the main storage areas where those provisions were, you can smell that many of them have spoiled and gone rotten.
I thought it was just Olymp, but all right.
So are you guys actually having a conversation right now, Olymp and Hercule?
I'm sure we would have been.
Yeah, we're looking for the Gruts and we don't see them, so we're trying to figure out what's going on.
All right, my character's gonna yell out, "Guys, is that you?"
That voice. It couldn't be.
And Olymp takes out his horn and blows a long, very specific note.
Nestor's gonna kind of sit up and bob his head like, "Yep, that's Olymp." I'm gonna start walking their direction.
Niskur, you've awoken.
Yeah, Pip saved me from a dreamscape of some kind. Don't ask which Pip, I have no idea.
Amazing, you're shouting at each other from across halls and rooms.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna keep walking to him. I thought.
This is how I always talk.
Sake. Where is my character? I don't even know where he is.
You're in bed, and we should maybe figure that out too. That's a
Well,
little
it
bit.
looks like
Yeah.
who is that again?
Thane.
Okay, maybe he's
So we
passed
would know
out.
where Nesker's at, so we're gonna walk in the room and
I'm gonna get out of bed before there's any questions.
I seen you get out of bed with
We've already questioned.
what's going on here, guys? Everything okay?
I woke up and I was in bed with Fane. I don't know what happened or what happened while I was, or anything that happened while I was asleep.
Yeah, can we get the passive? Like, so Frecule and I are walking into the room. Like, I have just one question, and I think we would passively see it. No investigation. I think is Thane like tucked in?
Thane is sleeping quite comfortably in the bed.
Okay. All right. Right.
Give
Check.
me an active perception check.
Okay.
This is not sight based.
Good one.
Frecule, does Freck get it too?
Yeah, Freck gets it too if he wants it. But 19 is definitely enough to recognize that as you got closer to the room and you finally opened the door, you know that musk that accompanies the act?
Oh no!
Oh,
Very
how
heavy in
you
this
gonna
room.
how you gonna do that? Oh man. I'm going to specifically not ask any sort of intelligence or wisdom related questions further in my mind and go up and clasp Neskor's hand and embrace him. Neskor, I was worried. I'm glad to see you on your feet.
When we smell that, I'm gonna ask Olymp though before like anything. Was that you? Or was it the
Olymp will solemnly and like kind of solemnly and subtly shake his head. No.
give him a slight
Neskor,
nod?
there has been much afoot. Have you seen any of our comrades?
No, I just woke up not long ago.
Do you feel okay?
I'm a little uncomfy, if that's what you're asking, but I'm okay for the most part.
Oh, okay, all right.
Feels like I really have to take a shit. That's what I feel.
His makeup is undisturbed and he still looks fabulous.
What's going on with the makeup? You okay?
Makeup? What makeup?
Yeah, he doesn't know.
There's no mirrors here.
Okay, all right. Never mind. Don't worry about it, Nesker.
No. What do you mean makeup?
I mean, meta Freckle, just because you haven't had this spell for a while, you do have disguise self. You can make yourself look exactly like him.
Oh yeah. I appreciate the tip. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be Nesker for a sec here. Just wait a sec, Nesker. And he just sees me.
Hold on. You said makeup. What the fuck do you mean makeup, Frecule?
Just wait. I'm just gonna form it to Nesker. Same exact Nesker.
What the fuck? Oh my! Who did this? Who
It's-
out of the who?
With the smell and you and Fane here, I mean, I don't know who did it. I'm just checking
smell.
on you.
Because I was in the room, I have no idea that there's a different smell in the room right now. I'm like, smell? What smell? What are you talking about?
It's okay, Nesker. You know, it's okay.
Did
We're
you guys
here.
do something to me while I was asleep again? Huh? Huh? Y'all fuck with me while I was asleep again? Huh?
I have no idea what's going on here. I just got here. Me and Olymp just got here. Okay, we've been gone for a while.
I stood vigil as much as I could, Nesker. The battle was long and hard. I won many victories, but lost several battles. You see on your face the scars of those lost battles. Now we have more important things, Nesker. What is wrong with Thane?
I don't know. Like I said, I literally last thing I remember is us fighting. Hold on, out of character. The last time I was here, we did just get finished fighting Anduli, and we met up with the was it Saphira's sister?
Were you part of? No, you weren't part of the maze.
Oh
No, I
no.
was part of the maze.
Yes, yes, he was.
What you
Yeah.
said is accurate, I think, Nesker.
But yes,
I
that
think it
is
was
the last
just
thing.
it was either while we were in the maze or just after. So all I remember is us being in the maze, and then I fell asleep, and I kept reliving our battle with the Chamberlain and the Anduli with the elementals, and I've been playing that over my head constantly, and then a Pwit Pip showed up through a portal saying I've been trapped in a dreamscape for a month or weeks or however long it was.
So I guess.
And
Oh, sorry, Nesker.
no, you're good. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I guess Olymp and Freckle will just like fill Nesker in on the happenings since like the 2 dungeons, basically, or 2 quests since then. Do you already like as a meta question? You already are kind of up to speed on what's happened since then.
The majority of it, I'll pick it
Okay,
up as long as we go. I can, if I get confused, I'll ask. I know some people are considered undead right now, that kind of shit, or cursed.
That order of events seems really condensed, but yeah, it's really taken us like 4 months to get through all that, if not longer.
Yeah.
We've missed almost a month in that 4 months though, so it's
Very
not
true,
quite
yeah.
that bad. Yeah.
What the fuck was I about to say?
Actually,
I get the basic rundown.
and yeah, I guess Olymp will and Freck. Olymp will talk about his curse.
Right now, the most pressing thing on my mind, several of us Gruts, including myself, have been cursed. The Squid Facade Elder said we only had a mere days before this was a permanent thing. I fear our prey, the Chamberlain, will have some measure of control over us if it remains. Perhaps this is the most pressing of things to hunt right now.
And he talks about it's I don't even really recollect this. I think I'm like a white or whatever. It doesn't matter too much. I have this undead type. We're all different types of undead.
Okay.
And Olymp would know this a little bit. He would talk about Saphira's vampirism, as that was something we had talked about. I don't think I know about Telfir.
So let me get this straight. 3 of you are undead, and Saphir is a vampire now, or temporarily.
I think Zelfir, did Olymp know about your condition?
No, I don't
Yeah,
think Zelfir
I don't
actually
think
ever
so.
relayed it to anybody except for just now.
Just now, yeah. So I guess Olymp would say 2 is what Olymp would say, but yeah.
Well, I mean, kind of me waking up and finding out all this, I think I'd have to agree with you in saying we should probably get this fixed. Do you guys know where everybody else is?
That's why we're here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that checks out. Everybody
We're,
usually meets up here.
and I'm going to explain to Nesker Awake the
Oh,
change in
shit.
my appearance. I don't know if you Poppa, if you can put my token up for me, please. Sir.
Yeah, you look very spooky now.
In Arcanery, I made a deal with my lodestone, which is inside the lodestone is a Nightwalker.
Okay.
I made a deal with him to help us through that fight. We got through that fight. Deal is already set. And then in the castle dungeon, that was the golem, correct?
Yep.
I got critted like 1,000. Like that shit was crazy. Got critted. I died,
Oh.
and I reincarnated into a Nightwalker.
It was only 134 damage.
That was a lot of fucking damage. Okay.
I mean, it's still over double his health.
It was like 1,000,000 damage, man.
So I died there, was reincarnated into a Nightwalker, or the Nightwalker saved me technically.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
I have become a warlock now, warlock/monk.
That's actually fucking sick.
Yeah, it's a little insane.
I had
Ju-
a
I'm
The
still
only
not happy
reason it
with
was the only reason that it happened was because of really good RP with the lodestone. So that's just a quick aside. RP can get you amazing things.
I was kind of like, if to put it in perspective, it was kind of like Gollum with the ring. I was
Yeah.
obsessed with
Yeah.
lodestone.
Okay.
It's been bad.
No, more like Ghost Rider.
Okay, Ghost Rider. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Kind of a cross.
It's kind of a mixture. I was picturing it as Gollum, but it's better way to say it is Ghost Rider. It's a
Speak,
mixture.
speaking of crosses in our last minute here, do you, do you guys do you all think we should find a holy person, Grutz, and see if they can help us remove this curse, these powerful magics?
Shit, it's 9:30 already.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Shit.
time flies.
Crazy.
Or I don't know, maybe as a meta question, Nesker and Frecul, do you want to? Because I feel like that would help us to rejoin the party, and it kind of makes sense as the next move right now. But if, like, you know what I mean, in character and in story, if you guys want to not do that and do something else,
No, I
just
agree
kinda-
completely. The only caveat to that is I definitely want to hit the bazaar first. Because I'm sure I reek, and I probably need some new clothes 'cause I've been sleeping in these ones for a month straight.
How bizarre.
You got prestidigitate?
Nesk,
That's what better armor.
Olymp will palm you 1,000 gold, just in as we're talking in the
Wow.
room.
Okay, thanks, Olymp. Jesus Christ.
Well, right, because otherwise, how much gold do you have right now, Meta?
374.
Yeah, I palm you 1,000. Just
All
to
right,
kind
so
of get us all set. Sorry.
yeah, no, we're at a good stopping point, I guess. Parties split into two groups of three. I guess, uh, Aaron, would you like to give a little intro to your character for the next time?
Would you like to? You would like to do it next time.
That's fine. Thank you for joining us tonight, though. I had a great time. I hope you all had a great
Always,
time.
always.
And
Always.
we'll
Hell
see you
yeah, it's
next
good to be
week.
back.
Always.
Very sick.
Welcome back,
we're-
Nesker.
Welcome
yes,
back.
welcome back, Nexter.
Mrs. Tree.
Real quick, guys, I know this is months out now. With my change at work, I have on-call weeks, just like Paul.
Okay.
However, mine is only once or twice a year, but it's a full week. So the week of the 13th through the 19th of October, we won't have a session because I need to be fully available for that.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, come August 8th. Well, it'll be probably the end of August, but I'll be on every other week which is going to be awesome. So 2 weeks in between having on calls.
Beautiful.
Can't fucking wait.
It's good.
That's awesome.
All right,
Congrats.
for now, we'll come back next week. We'll get this all wrapped up, and we'll see where the next part of our adventure leads us.
All
Good
right.
to see you, Nesker.
Have a good night, all.
Have
Thanks
a
a
good
lot.
night,
Guys.
everyone.
Yeah. All right, take it easy, guys.